Alright, so here we are, Puga back here, guys. So thanks for coming back, and well, I'm gonna be very happy to do this. So let me this first series is gonna be between let's view here. I know it's gonna be a ZBZ to things to start off tonight. It's gonna be enough versus GoRush. Actually, I'll change up the OP right now, but right now the OP says it's gonna be a Terran, but obviously I'll be changing that right now because obviously that is incorrect in so many ways. And so recently, I've just like the past couple days, I've had so many technical difficulties. It's ridiculous. That's kind of the reason why I haven't been able to get out as many VODs in just terms of the YSL cast never happened this past weekend. The finals of that didn't get casted between Breach and Fold. Again, I think Fold's gonna win. And oh wow. And then I tried doing some SPL stuff, but I ran some technical difficulties there as well. Brood War is liking to crash a lot of my computer right now when I'm in full screen mode, which makes it really annoying to ladder right now, because the only way to ladder on the Chinese server is to pretty much use no external programs, which means you're just running an old form of Brood War, which causes my computer to crash after like 2 or 3 games. So I have to spend about every 2 or 3 games, maybe even faster. I have to go reset my computer. But anyway, so this is going to be day 6, guys, and then after this there will be, if there will be tie-break matches, they will be played after this, and I'll update the OP accordingly. I'm going to add some also update some graphics as well. In terms of for day 4, I added graphics, and I'm gonna start re-implementing that. It helps me to cast as well. I just have to get it beforehand. And right now my internet's like running really slow right now, so I really can't tell you why my thing's not working right now. But what I can tell you is where. Okay. I kind of want to just pause this for a second. Hold on. I apologize. Oh my god, why is this? Oh, okay, here we go. All this fun stuff. Okay.
준비를 하고 있는 선수들의 경기를 좀 먼저 소개를 해드리죠.
I'm changing my screen resolution.
박태민 선수와 성준모 선수가
Come on.
B조에서는 조정현 선수와 김정민
선수의 경기. That's all I want to do.
C조 장진남 이윤재 선수의 대결. 그리고 D조는 이근택 선수와
all I wanted to do. All right, great. I understand.
각 조별로 말이죠. 지금 상당한 그 접전이 예상되고 오늘 만약의 경우에 경기를 치러서 대경기가 나오는 조가 있지 않겠습니까? 그렇죠. 네, 그랬을 경우에 다음 주에
so apparently
대경기를
it wanted to mess it up. All right, but anyway, we can fix this. Add screen region.
다음 주 금요일 경기가 중계 방송 되고.
Apologize for the inconvenience.
다음 주 수요일과 금요일
doing my best to
될 가능성도 있고요.
get this working. So they're probably just talking about some whatever group 6 shenanigans that go down. Really, all that's really important is the fact that we're gonna have enough versus GoRush. That in that ZBZ series, Gundam versus the Marine here. Now this will be GoRush right here. Only 18 actually. I mean, these guys are really young, and then when you compare them, if they played Brood War now, they would be like 34. Oh, so and that will be enough right there. So I'm starting to get a little bit better at identifying the players. It just has their faces, but some of them I still need familiar, like Jinnam, Lee. Not so much the big names as just kind of the players that. Well, actually, I'm not even sure if that's even fair to say. To be honest, because big names, yeah. Would I call these people big names? I doubt it. But oh, what the hell? My stream's not up. That could be a reason why we have no viewers. Which, I mean, isn't the biggest deal, but it does help me cast a little bit better. Just give me a little bit more background information. Bam! Alright, there we go. But I would really like to know right now why the hell they're still talking. So, what do we expect tonight? Well, it's gonna be GoRush versus. Oh my God, GoRush versus Enough. I love how I click this once. I'm not sure if you guys have ever live streamed before, but sometimes obviously when you live stream, your computer slows down quite a bit. And when on Google Chrome, if you tab, if you just click once, if you just click once, it makes it appear that you're dragging, and then it will drag the tab out of the window, and it's really annoying because it slows down your computer even more while it's doing that, because it uses more computer power. But let me go back into my forum post, and let's see what we have here. Right now, if we look at the previous history of our players right here, I'm just seeing if GoRush or Enough has played ZVZs. Enough played Sendoki and won in a ZVZ against Sendoki in day 2. And Sendoki beat GoRush. Looking at that, I would argue that Enough is probably going to be the favorite to win this. Now, of course, ZVZ its own self is a little, kind of luck of the draw of if you get the right build order to go. I would argue is not as big of a deal of build orders on the early stages of Brood War, just because you have, how do I say, it's not like people are going to be bum rushing you super quickly. All the ZVZs we've seen have lasted quite a bit longer than other ZVZs, of the modern era, and I would argue that there's ZVZs a flip side matchup, but you have more room to show skill here than just pure on build order, because it's not, the game hasn't been figured out to the point where it's like, alright, so here's 3 builds that are the most reliant based and the fastest way to get them out, and then we have hard counters to those. So I'm not really sure if those are really made yet. So when players decide to go for like a macro hatch and a mutalist, it kind of comes down to they're not really worrying about all of a sudden a Ling all-in that's coming at their front base or anything. That happens, but I don't think the builds are optimally set up yet where that will happen, where it's just like, well, I'm going to go with this build order and just hope that's going to work.
다시 한번 희망의 불씨를 살릴 수 있을지, 아니면 박태민 선수가 프로게이머로서의 자신의 명성을 고추세울 수 있을지, 두 선수의 대결을 함께 지켜보겠습니다.
Awesome. I think here we go. Finally getting into our game here. And this is going to be Division A, round of 16, day number 6 here, guys. Alright, we got our Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola awesomeness thing right here. GoRush versus Enough. My favorite's going to be Enough here. Just looking at the previous history of ZVZs, Enough beat Sendoki. Enough beat Sendoki. Sendoki beat GoRush. GoRush is not looking so good. And that was GoRush, and this will be Enough right here. I believe, was it Enough that did snipe out Boxer recently? Nah, that could be wrong. That was Sendoki, actually. And Sendoki even beat Boxer, actually. Sendoki is an interesting fella. Is he even playing today? Sendoki, no, Sendoki took out Boxer, though, which was... But Sendoki really wasn't the best player, I would say, to win that match. Recommended VOD, though, definitely speaking. Alright, so spawning in the top left-hand, or in the bottom left-hand corner, it will be the GoRush here. And in the top left-hand corner, yeah, that's definitely going to be GoRush. And then the top left-hand corner on, I believe, I don't even know this map. And then that will be, the brown Zerg will be Enough. Should probably add the starboard as well.
박태민 선수의 대결. 이 박태민 선수가 이 경기에서 테란을 선택할까 하고 고민을 했다는 그런 후일담이 있어요.
예, 박태민 선수가 특히 저그를 상대로 할 때는 테란으로 잘 합니다.
Gotta configure.
예선 때도 이렇게 보면.
Yeah, Zerg versus Zerg here.
그렇죠. 예. 장일석 선수의 저그는 그냥 저그로 상대를 해갖고 이겼는데.
GoRush will be teal.
저그를 맞서서는 테란으로
And
조용호 선수가 변성철 선수
enough
정우
will be
선수의 저그를
enough will be brown.
저그 대 저그로 이제 격파할 정도로 저그 대 저그가 너무 세다라는 평을 듣고 있던 선수였거든요.
그 저그저들 사이에서는 초짜적으로 알려진 선수죠.
그렇죠.
I still want to know this map though, and I'll just make enough
테란으로 플레이해서 이겼는데
because there's no brown color.
선수가 적으로 테란 상대하는데 또
There is no brown color, so I'll just make him black.
예, 그 측면 때문에 그냥 적으로 플레이를 하는 것 같습니다.
Apparently,
박태민 선수의 얘기를 들어보니까
apparently I could make a brown color, but I'm too lazy.
알고 있는 사람들이 많이 있는데 느닷없이 테란을 선택을 하면 혹시 이 성종호 선수에게 승리를 양보하는 거 아니냐 이런 오해받기 싫어서 자신의 주종족인 저그를 선택한다라는 얘기를 하는데 그만큼 이 박태민 선수가 오늘 그 팬들의 반응이라든지
Alright, so what do we have? Gas first? No, that's probably gonna be extractor trick. No, is that a gas first? From Enough? Enough is gonna go a gas first build, and he's gonna go for a really quick meatless, and this is gonna be Neo. And you know that actually makes sense. This map, there's really no way to take a natural anyway. No, this isn't. Yeah, this is. Shit. What this map is called? Neo. Wow, 4 something. I can't even remember this map. Neo.
지금 가장 마지막 장면에서 성준모 선수가 오버로드를
Let me look this up.
박태민 선수의 진영을
It is called.
초반 오버로드 정찰이 굉장히 중요할
The map.
그런 의미에서 성준모
I will decide the map.
정하는 데서 유리한 입장을 고수하고 있는 점이 굉장히 중요하고요. 더군다나 유리한 입장에서 이 센터 지역에 멀티를 장악했을 경우에 게임이 역전되는 그런 경우도 보실 수 있겠습니다. 네.
Oh my goodness. Neo Jungle Story, that's what I thought it was. When actually, okay, so he went gas into hatch, then spawning pool. And that's just interesting by itself because the extra gas is good. I mean, both players are doing it. But, I mean, this is what I was talking about. You're not, I mean, I guess you're just not going to worry about, you know, really dumb rushes happening because it's just not going to happen to you. But what can we expect? I'm thinking the early gas was going to be for like quick meatless, but if I guess they're going to get as much gas as okay, so it's not going to be just a pure on meatless rush. They're going to be playing a little bit more quote-unquote macro-oriented. So what this does is it gives them more gas to make more meatless right away. They keep the mineral stockpiled. Both players aren't probably gonna commit to Zerglings. They may make a couple, but I doubt they're gonna make a huge amount.
Yes, can I help you? 어떤 스포니 풀을 먼저 가기보다는 두 번째 해처리를 먼저 가는 선수의 모습을 볼 수가 있거든요.
네,
그렇죠. 자, 저글링 나왔습니다. 박태민 선수.
No.
박태민 선수의 진영에
I'll just pay with like $5. It doesn't matter.
성준모 선수의 진영에도 역시 박태민 선수의 오버로드가 떠 있는 상태입니다. 자, 저글링이 일단 달려나옵니다.
And there's a couple lings out there right now. So.
나서지 않고 있는
But again, I don't think just with the openings, I don't think they're gonna go mass link style. GoRush looks wow, just like whoa, serious look right there. Bam, 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 bam. Mr. Midawi sucks quality. Well, I can't fix that. I can't fix the fact that the Brood War quality is terrible because this is back from 2001. So. I apologize. Well, I'm not even going to apologize. It's not my fault. But you get some awesome commentary instead. You get some English commentary. The links are coming out across for GoRush, and oh, look at this loop attack from Enough. This could be very interesting, as we might just have a quick link run by in both bases here, which could just do a lot of damage, but oh, look at this. Enough already has lings in position here, but does GoRush have enough? Alright, here come Enough's lings right here. GoRush has nothing in his main base right here. He could take some damage right here. Lings are just popping out in time. Drones are getting pulled off the line. Nice reaction to this, but oh my goodness. He's gonna take some fire. I don't think he's gonna lose the hatch. I think he should just go for drones. He'll get, what is that, like 2 drones so far? 1 drone at the end of all this, so well played by enough right here, and he'll see the Spire time. He's trying to cancel the Spire, but will not get it just at the nick of time, though. As it's severely weakened, though, but he could even just try to snipe that Spire if he wanted to, if he just goes a lot of length in, which he is. Not even what enough is to actually just try and do. He might just try to snipe out that hatch. It's gonna be hard with the amount of lings though that has been out for GoRush now, as the reaction to him was like, well, I need to play defensive now. And now we're at the point where it's like, well, I don't really sure if a ling run by is possible. However, if we have another loop attack like that, that would be very entertaining. But here we go. GoRush is gonna be advancing. Just pushing out across the map, just seeing what he can see. Mutalisks are out for enough right now, 2 of which are currently now 5 Mutalisks out for enough at this point in time. GoRush has a little bit delayed Mutalisks right here, but already has a Spore up, so he's going to be in a defensive position here. Don't forget this map does have that high ground edge area that can make it so annoying for Mutalisks to deal with. And yeah, we'll snipe off a free Overlord though, and really because GoRush has opted to go for more of a defensive posture, he really can't try to target enough Overlords at this point in time, or else he might lose a good amount of his Mutalisks, as he's just not gonna have enough. He's gonna be behind in some way or fashion if it's either a Scourge hit, a pair of Scourge, or it's just a Mutalisk itself, which just in the numbers games will allow enough to come up on top. I got the little space dudes going with the Coca-Cola shirts right there. Pretty awesome stuff indeed. Okay, so Mutalisks, I mean, really, GoRush. Well, GoRush is actually pushing across the map here, despite probably having a less than Mutalisks numbers right there. What I'm seeing is like 6 Mutalisks in that flock. All right, but I think enough realizes this. He could just try to go for the Spire kill if he wanted to, but it would be a little risky. But then again, really, you hinder 90 seconds or whatever of GoRush not being able to produce Spire tech units, which could be really bad. But we're having a lot of lings coming out for GoRush to the main base of enough right here. Enough is trying to take an expansion, which will easily get thwarted, as that drone will just get instantly picked off. But Ling's already in position right here. Can he just pincer on top of this? Yeah, I'm sure he will. And yep, enough will be easily be able to clean that up, unless. And GoRush has enough, intensive ling micro to deal with this. But all right, and he cooked it on a drone. So the drone actually didn't get killed off here. And all right, so GoRush is actually going to be picking up some Overlords right now as well. Nice kill for that, and somehow has regained map control, despite him taking that defensive position earlier on and getting a couple drone kills as well. GoRush is really taking the initiative right here, killing off 3 Overlords. Unnecessary losses from enough right here. We'll see what enough will do in response to losing those Overlords. As I can understand you lose Overlords to Mutalisks, every now and then, but 3. Wow. But who knows? I mean, maybe enough has also killed off 3 Overlords, but I doubt it. And this is the point in the ZVZ where we just start kind of getting a little bit more passive, where they just kind of build up mass Mutalisks, and then if the time calls for it, they'll make a lot of lings depending on what the scenario calls for. But generally, lings at this point in the game are just kind of somewhat worthless. When you have this many Mutalisks out on the field, they just evaporate super quickly. You can try to go like a mixture, but generally you would only do that because your opponent's doing that and you want to combat it head on. Look at that nerd. Look at him. Look at that. Look at that nerd right there. But I mean, with like 12, 18 Mutalisks, lings just die very quickly. We have a hidden expansion by enough, but oh man, look at this. GoRush is gonna find that base. This sucks for GoRush. Excuse me, sucks for enough right here. It sucks for Alright, well done for GoRush right here. We'll force a cancel on that. So any kind of sneaky expansion has been thwarted by enough. And GoRush is probably going to look ahead in some way or another. I don't know what the supplies are, but I don't think it really matters at this point. Killing that off, and the fact that it's killed off 3 overlords, costing more, larva. That would have been mutilus. But enough does clean up that, and we might have the mutilus on mutilus battle right here. Scourge will connect. There isn't a lot of Scourge right here, so we're just gonna have a lot of mutilus on mutilus right here. I have absolutely no idea what's going on in here, but apparently so. Enough will have enough to take this. Trying to spread out his mutilus as best as his ability, but more reinforcements from Enough will come in here and clean that up. And GoRush, we'll have to forfeit. Oh, but look at this. We did have a Ling run by in the main base here, which I didn't even see. But it's not my fault because I'm not the caster here. And I honestly cannot read the minimap right now. I will do my best, but I'm not really sure how effective that was. That might have been the reason. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if GoRush did enough damage right there. We're gonna have expansion, but we do have a base in the bottom right-hand corner though for GoRush of what it appears. Like he took a hidden main base. Constant production of more units. Because that's how ZBZ operates. And one Soling will have found that. So Enough has scouted this though. I'm sure he'll be able to send over like a mutilus and clean that up though. But will it be in time though? Alright, mutilus have found their way into the mineral line of Enough. This could be disastrous. Alright, more reinforcing mutilus from Enough are coming in here. Nice screenshot of GoRush right there in the nick of battle of action. But on the retreat though, GoRush will lose a good amount of the mutilus right here. Nice control by Enough, and he's gonna be able to get these mutilus and the overlords easily. He'll decide just to turn on and kill off the overlords to supply block, if he will be supply block. And we have another attempt from Enough taking that top right hand base right now. While GoRush is gonna be losing this base, he hasn't been able to send over anything because he's been combating the other mutilus force of Enough, and he'll lose his hatchery. And Enough looked really tired from that. And I don't know. I want Enough. I feel is ahead right now. But here we go. There isn't a lot of drones though for Enough to be completely honest. I don't know the drone saturation of GoRush though either. But okay, mutilus coming in here, seeing what they can do. Bam, 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 bam. But I mean, nice defense by Enough. We'll deflect this. I believe he has more mutilus. It may appear that GoRush does have more, but that's because they're more spread out. And as you can see, Enough just has the pile just continues to expand more and more. A drone's trying to trying to come in here, taking a sneak expansion, or just a drone scout. Either way. But the end result, he will be scouting that, probably send over the mutilus right there, where it might. What's interesting is GoRush can try to send over his mutilus force there and force Enough to play defensive, or Enough could just probably go barrel his way into the mineral line and just wipe everything clean, as there's only one spore there. So I'm not really sure if Enough can. I'm not sure if GoRush can really punish this base at this point in time. There's just Enough has too much map control, and he's even sending Lings over here. We do have a couple Lings of GoRush coming over here, but I think it's just gonna be an unsuccessful attack right here. We'll be going straight for the creep colony. Probably will force a cancel right here, but okay, GoRush is actually gonna be going for it though. And the scenario that I presented was that Enough will play defensive at this point. But he may lose a good amount of his mutilus in the process, which would be very unfortunate. I mean, this is so many mutilus to this point where really Enough is probably going to take this game. GoRush's ZBZ isn't his greatest of what we've seen in the round of 16 so far. has lost to a weaker player compared to Enough, and now he's probably going to lose to a stronger player. Sindoki lost to GoRush, lost to Enough, and then Sindoki beat GoRush. So, I mean, just look at that tier. You know, the best player's Enough, second best ZBZ that we've seen so far is Sindoki, and then we have GoRush. And the map control of Enough is just going to be great enough, really, that it hinders any kind of shenanigans or strategy that GoRush can really pull himself together in order to try to make a win here. He's too far behind now. He's going to try to take this expansion right here. Sadly, this map is unforgiving where the expansion locations are because it's so open. And he's not going to have enough to engage this. And I'd also say this is like a scourgeless ZVZ as well. He'll be easily be able to clean this up, and Enough is going to be able to take down this hatchery with no problem, with relative ease. At the same time, we do have a lane run by happening in the top right-hand base right now. Going to try to get some drones on there, but look at that. Enough already has enough lanes in position to deal with this right now. That makes me wonder, though, does Enough have units at his main base there that could be exposed at this point in time? But here we go. Enough is going to be going into the mineral line. Or the mineral line of the main base, but at the same time, GoRush is going to go in there, and this is what I was talking about. He will lose all of his drones here, and this will probably cause a GG right here. Really, Enough can afford to do this, really, where GoRush really can't. But he's doing a good amount of damage right there. He will kill off his hatchery, but we will have that kind of base trading-ish scenario right here. But really, GoRush has no other base, and he's lost, I think, all of his drones. GoRush just looks a little shattered right now. I'm going to be target fighting the Spire right now. Really shooting any hope that's left, or any hope that would have had for GoRush. GoRush only has maybe around 8 mutalisks left over, and it's just not going to be sufficient enough to take on this main army of Enough. And it looks like he's going to be going into the main base right here. I think this is the time really where Enough plays a little bit more defensive just to make sure he doesn't lose the game straight on, because that can happen and then be this really odd base trade scenario. I mean, I doubt it would really affect the outcome of this game, though, even if Enough did lose his main base. I mean, look how many mutalisks he has, and he has a whole nother worm army flying around on the other part of the map. I mean, Enough has really taken this advantage really far, and it's only a matter of time before GoRush would just ultimately lose, because no matter what scenario you could think up, ponder in your head, there was really no case for Enough for GoRush to come back. And honestly, I don't think it's that surprising. I wouldn't say GoRush would have been capable of taking out Enough, just looking at the statistics so far. But, and look at this, I mean, we even have Enough just coming in here with like 5 lings and just be like, yo, dude, you can't take this base. If you want to get greedy like that, I have 5 lings to your 1. And bam. And so we're at a GG by GoRush. So GoRush will lose the Division A game of day 6 here, and allowing Enough just to take one more win here. And I forget how many wins that would be for Enough right here. I can actually just double check. I didn't. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's look here. Enough. So that means Enough has won. Enough versus Boxer. Boxer won, so he's actually 1-1 in that regard. And then so Enough will leave the round of 16 2-1 in his division. So we'll see how he does. And with that, we'll end this VOD, guys, right here. And thanks for watching.